Here, and as promised, man, we have quite another special guest, Mr. Antwon Brinson of Culinary Concepts AB.
Thank you.
Life skills through culinary arts. Chef Brinson, how you feeling, my brother?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, Razor, is quite a business mind, and I don't even know if Razor knew.
Go ahead and stop.
I think Razor knew that we knew each other, but I'm not for sure. But intelligent minds think alike, apparently. Because I've been talking to brother Antwon about getting him on here, and so while there's a business segment, that's just that this is wrapped up in, your story is just as inspiring.
Yes, it is.
I believe, man. So please, just like when you and I were eating wings, and you were telling me the story, go ahead and go ahead and let the listening audience know, man, like what led you to Charlottesville.
So as a chef, I've been traveling for the last 15 years, nationally, internationally. I've spent my career in high-end luxury resorts, hotels around the world, and I moved to Charlottesville to take a job as executive chef. And what I found out, like right from the door, was there was a lot of people out there that were looking for jobs, but they didn't necessarily have the skills that we needed in the restaurants. So I went into my project with, I just hired people for passion. I posted an ad, and it pretty much said, "You passionate about cooking? Ever wanted to work in a professional restaurant? Send me your resume." And I had a ton of people that sent me resumes. And I continued that dance for about 6 months. And what I realized was, on average, I was receiving between like 30 to 40 resumes a month. And out of those individuals, maybe 3 or 4 of them had the skills that I needed to fill the positions in the restaurants. So out of frustration, I started looking to see, hey, are there any workforce development programs out there that can help these individuals get the tangible skills that we need in restaurants? And to my surprise, there were none. We have a 2-year culinary program. We have K-Tech, shout out K-Tech. But as far as, something that's going to help them learn a trade and place them right away, there was nothing like that. So, this entire project started from, frustration. I love building teams. I love teaching people. So what I did was I really just sat down and started to look at what are the things that we need in kitchens as chefs, and what are the skills that people need to be sustainable in restaurants. And from there, I wrote a curriculum, pitched it, and 4 months later, I'm teaching my first program. Here we are 8 months later. I got my own spot, and, I've been blessed. I've been very blessed.
For sure, man. I would say the people of Charlottesville has been blessed, man. And you know what? Like, can you give us any insight on why that is, though? As far as those are realities that, that you see behind the scenes, why that is, because I think a lot of people sort of subconsciously know that they're there. As far as, are young adults mostly who sort of get caught in that gap of being able to get a job, to help pay the bills, right? And then they may find out they may be there because they have, like that innate talent to be in the restaurant industry. But like you say, like they're in that gap of, I'm here for the job, but I'm showing the ability to be more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's kind of like why I designed the program the way I did. So this program is designed around 3 key areas: hospitality, life skills, and culinary arts. And everybody's like, oh, it's a culinary program. No, it's not. It's a life skills program, because the life skills piece is what connects them to the career in cooking. And I think that's the misconception. A lot of people get into cooking and they're like, oh, I like this. 5 years later, 10 years later, you're in the same position. It's because the way your lens on what you're doing is a job. It's not a career. A career helps you establish a path of growth. And that's what I want to do with these individuals. When someone gets in this program, it's an extensive interview, and then it's an extensive class. It's 5 weeks, 5 days per week, 4 hours per day. It's a commitment. At the end of the class, we do a pop-up restaurant where all the students put on, they show their skills. And, the goal with this thing is to help you build enough trust within yourself to say, hey, I can go out there and get a job, and I understand the difference between a job and career, and I'm going to strive for a career in cooking and not just have a job.
Got you, man. That's deep. So then, with this school, man, go ahead and give us the rundown of the scope of things, as far as if it's physical location, how people get signed up, and who exactly.
But Charles, I think we get ready to jump steps. Hold on.
I'm gonna jump. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We felt like we went over the crest too fast.
Okay, no, go ahead.
Yeah, we get ready to let him off the hook here. No, sir. No, sir. Not on my business secretary. Now, for the person that wants to get into this type of career that has been working like fast food, what type of money can they expect to make once being a trained chef?
So, with this program, the way it's designed is to take you from zero to something. So I have individuals that get in the program that have no skills whatsoever. And, at the end of the day, my goal is to find everyone a job that finishes this program. So when you ask how much can you make, it really depends on how much you want. What do you want out of life? We got a young lady that just while in the class found a job making $14 an hour, coming from $10 an hour. So I mean, it's really up to the individual. I mean, what are your goals? If your goal is about money, then we can focus on that. Then you need to build the skills up. If your goal is about balance of life and work, then that's a different conversation. It's not so much about the money; it's about finding something that works for you and your family. So I think within this class, we deep dive, we do a SMART plan. We try to help the students understand and get clarity in what am I striving towards.
Now, how vast? Now, this was the part that got me when we were on the downtown mall talking. How vast are your students, the backgrounds that they come from?
So it's crazy. I have a young lady that just finished the class. She's from Syria. She in the class, she's translating all the lesson plans. She's translating all the recipes. I'm proud to say that she passed all the exams. She put up for the pop-up restaurant, had an amazing dish. And then I had a gentleman that's an entrepreneur. He has a food truck. He's like, I only know one cuisine. I wanna widen my culinary knowledge and learn more about cooking and set foundational skills. We have people that have never been in a restaurant in their life, and they're like, I've always had a passion for cooking, but no one will hire me. I want a job in cooking. This is my passion.
So if I'm fresh out of jail, oh yeah, y'all know me. I'm fresh out of jail.
Yes, sir.
And I come to you. Will I be able to take your course?
You gotta want it. And a good example was last class. We had over 25 people apply. I interviewed 15. I only took 5. I'm looking for people that's hungry. I'm looking for people that want this. You got to want it, because I'm dedicating 5 weeks of my life to you, and after this program, you're part of a family. I'm going to make sure there's some sustainability for you all. So, I mean, I need to know that you're committed to this.
And your extended family reaches out, too.
Absolutely.
I'm proud to say that me and Charles are part of that.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Charlottesville has really embraced this program, from a city level all the way down to a community level. And I've been able to really connect with some amazing people that allows me to move and help connect these individuals with jobs.
Yeah, man. And that whole teaching life skills piece, man, because, that is true, especially in a small town like Charlottesville. You find industries and, they are a lot like a family, because you find that a lot of the same people work at the same locations. You know what I mean? Or
Absolutely.
You may be, say on the corner at a restaurant. The next thing you know, I see you up, at a restaurant up in Hollymead or whatever the case is.
Yep.
In small town, that happens a lot. So that like family aspect and that whole teaching of life skills. But how do you balance that? Because I get that it's quite relatable.
It's also big for people of color, Charles.
Yeah, it's quite relatable within that industry.
Absolutely.
I know he doesn't exclude who he takes in. The first person named was a lady from Syria. But that's also big for African Americans. Now, I will plug this for you, Antwon. This is a great young man that women who are raising their sons by themselves, who have no man in the house, they want to teach him a trade where you might not want your son out there working, running the shovel, even though there's nothing wrong with that, and you want to get him into this type of industry. This is a great young mentor that he can come underneath of.
I appreciate
There's a lot
that.
of you women that's raising men by yourself. You don't have to. We're extending. IMHO is constantly extending men that you can send your children to not only learn the trade or the functions that will sustain them, but also have some leadership to follow.
And I just want to put it out there. I mean, and I'll share a piece on me. I grew up within a single parent household. I was raised by just my mom. So when I say I get it, I get it.
Yeah, but your mom raised a lot of people.
Yeah. I'm fortunate. My mom was a foster parent. So, just to put it out there, she wasn't easy. She was very difficult. She was strict, but at the end of the day, she made sure that, I had all the things that I needed, and that my views on the world was, about helping people and building people. And this is the product of it, right?
That's right. That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are speaking with Antwon Brinson of Culinary Concepts. So, Antwon, we're gonna take a quick break, get right back in it, and if I have Razor's permission, we're gonna go into the curriculum. Is that all right with you now, Razor? Can I ask
you
now?
Not go nowhere. I eat all this food up at his house.
All right, IMHO talk show on 101 Jam. Sir Charles,
Razor.
this is your home for classic and today's hip hop and R&B. And we are still here, y'all, with Chef Antwon Brinson, teaching life skills through the culinary arts. And appreciate you, Antwon, man.
No, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, man. So much good work that you're bringing to our area that you're doing. Man, it's crazy, Razor, because it's one of those industries to where, like particularly our people, like you see a lot of times the service industries. Mm-hmm. You see our people, and sometimes we overlook the need that's there to advance,
right.
Or sometimes we just don't focus on it. There's other things that we, give precedence to. So this is, definitely like a hidden gem, man. It's pleasant surprise to have this brother here.
Ain't gonna be hitting no more.
That's right. Because you are on IMHO's business segment.
Absolutely, we got followers.
There's no way but up from here, Antwon.
My man.
You have been charged with greatness, my young man. Walk, young sir, walk.
Yeah. So once the person reaches out to you, go ahead and give us that layout, man, of what qualifications you look for, and then what's expected, within that 5-week curriculum.
So when someone reaches out to me, the first thing that it's an online application. I try to remove that barrier of having to print out and bring a paper application in. So you fill out the online application, I reach out, we do a phone interview, and then from there we do a sit-down interview. And what I'm looking for is the questions that I ask in the interview are really geared towards, is this person a right fit for the program? Is this person hungry? This can't be, oh, I like cooking. I gotta know without a doubt that, I love cooking. This is what I want to do, and I want to do this. This is it. And once I find those right individuals, we go through the process of, vetting them, getting them in the program, and when we begin.
What's your graduation rate?
100% graduation, 100% job placement so far. And that's it. I want to keep that record. Keep it.
My man.
That's what I'm talking about. Greatness.
That's right. So cost. Who are your donor supporters? Tuition? How does that work?
So I've been fortunate, man. I'm right now. I'm partnered with the city of Charlottesville. Shout out to Holly Lee and their team with the economic development. And most recently, I'm partnered with Albemarle County. Shout out JT and his team over there. Through those partnerships, they will sponsor students to go through the program. If you don't make enough money, if you make too much money, then there's a sliding scale that we've invented to compensate, so we can cover most of the cost. But 98% of the people that go through the program, the price is covered for them by the city or the county.
That's unheard of in stuff nice. That we're of our ownership of our own stuff.
Absolutely. So to kind of weed through it all, it's free for most people.
Well, there you go.
We gotta let you say that.
Yeah. For most people, it's free.
Yeah, man. So, Antwon. So,
I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Okay.
Antwon, what would you like to see? You, I, Charles, in my humble opinion, Max, have this conversation 10 years from now. Mm-hmm. What would you like to have said you accomplished through your school?
Honestly, my goal is to create a ripple effect in the industry. I want to help as many people as I can to reach their full potential. I mean, for me, at some point in my life, somebody gave me a shot. And because they opened that door for me, I've been able to travel all around the world. I've worked in some amazing places. I've met some amazing people, had some amazing experiences. And I'm at a point in my life right now where it's time to give back. I want to help people to be able to achieve that same goal. I want to build that bridge for people to be able to connect. 10 years from now, if I can look back and see that I've helped, thousands of people, I feel like I've left a mark in this world, man.
That's right. Yeah. Man, that's deep, brother. I appreciate it. Man, this is so much deeper than culinary.
Yeah, that's real talk.
Yeah, right. And that's the thing that got me that, you're a friend of mine.
Absolutely.
And I knew about your school, and I know how hard you grind. But to hear you say it in its entirety just like that, this ain't about just giving you some skills. I have to teach you how to operate in this thing we call the world, in life, so that you can get the most out of what I'm giving you and what you're asking for.
I mean, I had a guy with the first cohort that went through the program and this is a culinary arts program, by the way. I teach people how to cook in the kitchen, right? Mm-hmm. This kid went through the program and he decided at the end of it he didn't want to cook. He wanted to be a baker. He's working at Marie Bet right now.
Nice.
Shout out.
Well, see, that's something that nobody would know. They'll say, okay, I don't want to deal with food. Like, you have other options because
Absolutely.
you're teaching them how to operate inside of a kitchen.
And I mean, the foundational skills that you're going to learn in this, man, at the end of the day, you can take it and go to any industry you want to. I mean, like, the goal is to just connect the dots.
Yeah, man. And we've been talking about people actually a part of the program. Now, what about our listeners out there who say don't want to get in that industry, but I want to support you? Like, what are some ways that you're looking for us, our listeners, to support this endeavor?
Come out and support. You know, we at the end, we do a pop-up restaurant. We got graduation around the corner coming up. You know, just come out and support the students, you know. December 14th at the Haven.
All right, yeah, we'll definitely share that for you as well. So,
we have guest speakers come out in the program and talk, you know, and you know, I'm just looking for to find other people that are inspired, that want to inspire.
Got you.
Charles got something special for you.
I got beans, greens, potatoes,
So Antwon, it is this time of year, my brother.
Yes, sir.
You know,
move your shoulders with him. Work with him.
Yes, sir.
So man, like, so eat, man. We like to eat. Bro, man, hungry. We hungry, right? But definitely around this time of year, man. Like you as a chef, you know what? Let's lighten it up a little bit. Like, what did you do for Thanksgiving? Because as a chef, it's one thing I noticed. Like,
you asked me when we walked in.
Yeah.
Because, then what you do?
Yeah, because you know, man. Like, whenever you and I are around food, like I'm always thinking, like, this brother's a chef. Like, this brother gonna be judging the way I eat, what I'm eating. Yeah, but
do you
Thanksgiving,
remember that first meeting that we had? When he was talking, that's what he do. He tasted, and he be like, that's all right.
Yeah.
A little light on the salt there, but that's all right. Could have used a little paprika.
Shoot, yeah.
Yeah, like so run me through Chef Brinson and like what kind of Thanksgiving dinner he looks for.
You know what? Last year, I mean, this is my first year out here. I've been traveling for a while, and I invited all my family up, man. I have family out in North Carolina that came down. We had about 15 to 18 people at my house, man. Mm-hmm. And I just threw down and cooked.
Do chefs eat noodles?
We do eat noodles. I mean, I just made pasta last week with my son.
He ain't say pasta. He's talking about ramen noodles, homie.
I mean, I put it like this. I got some in my cabinet right now. Hey, ain't no shame, you know. I had those nights.
I always wondered.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. You know, and also, man, like with things like Thanksgiving, I want to get your perspective because, like you said, the life skills piece, man. Mm-hmm. So, one of the things we're gonna talk about a little more in the show, and if you're still around, you definitely can chime in on it. But to make sure I don't lose you, when it comes to Thanksgiving, people look at the history of Thanksgiving, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, there's even the talk about on how we sit around and we eat beyond our capacity. It's like a holiday about being gluttonous, you know, almost. And then the history of it on how that day was started and how like, should we be giving thanks when there were, you know, natives who may have died for this holiday to take birth? You follow what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, so I'm thinking of it from a mindfulness standpoint of like enjoying a good meal, but not being gluttonous and truly being thankful, but remembering those less fortunate.
I tell you what, man, like yesterday morning we get up, we cook breakfast at my house, and my wife, before we eat, we always pray. Mm-hmm. And yesterday we went around the table and everybody had to say something that they were thankful for in the family and in life. And, you know, for me, like, and I can only speak for myself, but in my household, you know, I want my kids to understand, you know, like, it's about being thankful, you know, like being thankful for the things that you have, being grateful for the people that are in your life. And it's really just appreciating the small things. I mean, you're never going to appreciate the big stuff if you can't appreciate the little things. So for me, I mean, that's my view on it. You know, Thanksgiving, I don't look at it for, you know, like all the history and all the stuff that happened to it. I try to focus on the now, you know, like how is it impacting life today and now, and recognizing the things that's happened, you know, but embracing the now.
Appreciate that, man. Definitely. So, yeah, man, Chef Brinson, once again, y'all, we're talking to Antwon Brinson about Culinary Concepts AB, life skills through the culinary arts.
How can they find it?
That's right, man. What's your last remarks you want to let people know about the program and how they can reach you?
We're gearing up. We just finished. We did a pop-up dinner last week. Students very successful with the meal they put out. Shout out to all of y'all. Proud of y'all.
Yeah.
And on the December 14th at 11 a.m., we're going to be doing a graduation for all of these individuals at the Haven. So come and check us out. Check us out on Facebook. It's Culinary Concepts AB. Instagram, same thing. And you can also find us find me with my email at Antwon@culinaryconcepts.com.
Nice.
And www.antwonbryson.net.
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the website. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
I got you. You're my friend. You're my boy.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I need to be able to eat at everybody's house at all times.
Especially executive chef.
Exactly. I know that's going to be good.
Yes, sir.
So I can get 2 plates.
Hey, Razor, how about I kick it to you, man? You go ahead and close out the business segment, how you see fit, let people know how to get in touch with us as well.
Absolutely. Charlottesville and all surrounding areas, everybody that's listening to us, you will start to see where we are doing a different type of business segment from this point out. My sister, Destiny Wright, had put together a combination of different businesses that I'm going to be reaching out to.
Shouts out to Destiny.
What we're trying to do is offer the chance to come onto IMHO, talk about your business, become a sponsor of ours so we can do a commercial for you. We all win when all of us participate in this thing together.
That's right. And Ray, let me ask something to that, man, because I know for a fact there's been different people out there who's been trying to compile a directory of black businesses, and some of it has come together but didn't really reach its full potential or didn't come to fruition. So one thing I gotta say, man, because we have trouble with this. For whatever reason it didn't work, let's not let that make us shy away from coming together. Because for whatever reason, if someone strikes the match at the right time or catches lightning in a bottle, and if that happens to be Destiny, then let's support this sister,
exactly
and let's get the word out about all our businesses.
Hey, I just want to put a shout out to Destiny. I mean, like a lot of people don't know behind the scenes, Destiny's Marketing LLC that's the one that's taking care of my social media right now.
There you go.
She's crushing it. The girl is amazing. She's super passionate about what she does, and she's a sister out there that hustles, man. I love working with her, so shout out to Destiny.
Absolutely. And the reason I was going to get ready to add to what you said, Charles, that you kind of covered for me is the fact of I've seen other people do this. So please, nobody get upset and say, such and such did this back 15 years ago. This person did it last month. Nobody said anything about it. The only difference is when Destiny put it out this time, there was an influx of people that jumped on there and started labeling other people's businesses. There were people who have businesses that were typing in other people's businesses. I hadn't seen that before. So then that's what made me jump in and say, you know what? The timing is right. She just brought it to the light. That's all. The timing is right. So I thank Destiny for that. But like I said, reach out to IMHO. Reach out to Razor's Inspirational Cuts. Reach out to any of those type of things on Facebook that you can find us if you have any type of business that you want to reach out to. And one-on-one jams, of course. All right? Awesome. That's all I got to say about that.
Right. Antwon, thank you for joining us, man. Much continued success.
Thank you.
Know that your family here, to always let us know. We'll help get that word out and promote what you need, man.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.